Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Celtic Football Manager, the Self-Isolation Save, the second episode of the second season. Now yesterday I set a like goal, I said if you get 200 likes, I'd promise another episode today. Within like the first half an hour or something, we got to 200, I think it's nearly at 400 now. Absolutely amazing support, thank you very much guys, but here we go, we've only one way to do this, we've got to up it. If we're nearly at 400, even less than 24 hours after it going up, here's a little bit of hard work for you. If you want another episode tomorrow, again, if you want 3 days in a row of Football Manager, 500 likes. I know it's big, it's a big ask. We probably won't hit it, but do you know what? Try your hardest, and I guarantee tomorrow will be out, and it'll be a great episode at that, because we'll be starting the league campaign, we'll be finding out if we're in the Champions League, we'll be finalising the transfer window, there'll be a lot of things going on in the next episode, so if you want it tomorrow, 500 likes. Anyway, left off at the last episode, of course, with just the signings and such. We were, making the additions to our team. We ended up building this, our superpower of a team, which is going to win the Europa League this season, boys. We got a team of Fraser Forster, who signed him on a permanent deal. Jeremy Frimpong, Christopher Heir, Rob Holden, Bolly Bolingoli, Scott Brown, Cal McGregor, Eric Lamela, Donny van de Beek, Abiri Eze, and Oddson Edouard up top. It's a team that is going to be outstanding. I think that my best bench is this. I've decided it's Gordon, Abdel Ahmed, Greg Taylor, Olivier and Cham, Ryan Christie, Mohamed El Yunusi. Yes, we have extended his loan for another year, paying 40% of his wages. That's only 24 grand a week that we are paying him to stay here for another season. Fantastic bit of business, I think. And Lee Griffiths as the striker. Then we've got the kind of backups over here. Johnny Hayes, of course, is the best player on the team, but we've got to rest him. He's getting old now. What is he, 32? So I believe that probably in Cham's better than Brown, but the 10-in-a-row season, I cannot justify benching Scott Brown or making him second fiddle. He is captaining us to 10 in a row. I don't care what anybody says. So I feel like we've done some good business so far. We still have, as you can see, £5 million to spend, with 72 grand in the wage budget, which is going to be used on signing a striker. Now, in the comments of the last episode, everybody was moaning about my negotiation. There's a phone. Everybody was moaning about my negotiation skills, saying I was paying too much money for players. It was a bit like FIFA, blah blah blah. Look, in Football Manager, the bargain signings that Celtic would get in real life don't really happen that much, and if you do sign someone for that cheap, they usually turn out to be quite bad. You do need to spend a bit of money, and in this you get a lot of money to spend, so why not spend it? I don't think I'm going to need it going on through the season. Our team is incredible. I don't imagine Rangers are going to be up there with us. I don't want to cross my fingers, don't want to speak too soon, but I'm not too bothered. So in the scouting system, there's a couple of players that I am wanting to pick up. I want to sign a striker, but I want to keep tradition up. Now, I can't find them now. I'll let you know when the scout reports come up. But I am looking for a nice little young French striker to be the heir to the Moussa Dembele, Oddson Edouard throne. I'll pull them up for you. First of all, Moussa Silla is the first on it. He's only got 11 finishing. It's not the greatest. He doesn't look as though he would be he's not as good as I thought he'd be. Probably not Moussa Silla. Amin Giri. Now this would be a coup. This would be some signing, and I think they only want about £7 million for him. So Amin Giri is very, and then the last one I scouted, once again, useful signing. He has got 15 finishing, I suppose. His name is Lamina Diaby Fadiga. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but I think realistically we're gonna go for big Amin Giri. It is interesting, a transfer. If we suggest terms, they want £8.5 million, 8.75 million. I think we can make this work. And people are like, your negotiation skills are terrible. No, I don't want to loan him back. Look, I don't care, because at the end of the day, you know what? We're just going for 10 in a row in this save, aren't we? Look, there we go. £8 million. They've accepted it. That is the heir to the throne right there. What a signing that would be. I'm sure you're familiar with him if you like kind of watching foreign football and knowing all the Wonder Kids. You'll have heard of him. On the outside of things, there has been a bit of going on, mostly in the loans category. So Forrest and Beaton, as we know, have already left for a combined fee of £12.5 million almost. On the loans, we've got Afolabi heading to Livingston, Cameron Harper heading to Inverness. David Turnbull have decided to loan out to Hibs so he can get football this season. The middle of the park is just so crowded, it's not going to happen that much. Luke O'Connell to Dundee United along with Anthony Ralston. Lee O'Connor's heading down to Derby, which will be a good move for him in the Championship, with the potential he's got in this game. Owen Moffat, Kieran McGrath leaving on free transfers. We've spent 40 million, brought in 12. Not too bad if you ask me. I mean, if you look at it right now, we're doing, but last year we spent, a lot of money on Donny van de Beek alone. We spent the same amount of money that we have on free players on Donny van de Beek. So I'm quite happy with how things are going. So in this episode, I'm going to try and get through the 2 Shamrock Rovers games. Probably only play one, then sim one. We'll play the first leg, and then, well, not sim, you know what I mean, off camera, just so the episode doesn't drag on too long, and we can get close, because these games aren't the games you want to watch. The next episode is what you want to watch. That's the big one. It's just to kind of get a feel for the team and a feel for the season out of this first game. Our friendlies, we've only played one so far. We beat Slovan Bratislava 1-0. Or Slovan Bratislava, sorry. We've got St Johnson in there. We've got St Pauli. And we've got PAOK. They might end up getting cancelled. St Pauli would be a good one too. But we are missing Donny van de Beek, of course. He is on international duty, as we know, playing at the Euros. How, just out of curiosity, how are people doing? That's not the Euros. How are people doing at the European Championship? Like, who's winning it right now? Okay, so the quarterfinals are Switzerland, Holland. So Donny's doing quite well. France, Portugal, Ukraine, Belgium, Spain, Croatia. No, England. England are out. Come on. In the groups, I mean, let's see, how did England go out to? I'm quite curious. They got knocked out in the last 16, right? Okay, they qualified, finishing second, and then in the second round, they got knocked out off of Switzerland. Brilliant. Anyway, let's get to the game. I think Geary is almost signed. I think that's how you pronounce it. Okoflex is left on loan, and we're trying to offload Siminovic, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. That's not the kind of result you want to see in a friendly. St Johnson beating you 1-0. Who was the team we played? It was quite hopeless, but I mean, still was concerning. Well, that's just annoying. Hudson Edouard has been called up for the Olympic Games, which start at the end of the month, so he's going to be gone for like a month. Probably, maybe miss the start of the season, which is annoying. But we're bringing in Geary, I suppose. We've got Griffiths, but that is really, really annoying. Like, come on, the Olympics, really? Quickly before we get into the first game, I know a lot of people will be desperate to see how Rangers have strengthened their team in this 10-in-a-row challenge season. Yeah, they've not done much. They've signed Defoe on a free. Miki Lashik, Janos Vass from Ross County. And they've brought in 13 million quid for Nikola Katic. So if you think about it, we're going to pump them all season. I don't know about the rest of the league, what they've been doing. Tony Watt's left, Greg Kilties came into Motherwell. Not any notable signings there. Livingston brought in a few players, mostly on loans and free transfers. Kilmarnock spending 200 grand, bringing in Jack Anick, former Rangers player, of course. Pedro Mendes. Oh, I thought it was Pedro Mendes that played for Rangers. I was like, that can't be right. Then Hibs they've spent quite a bit, £1.5 million. Bringing in Turnbull, Siriki Dembele, Jordan Jones has came in on loan. Some good signings there from them. Tommy Elphick, that's a really good signing. Jakub Yak, whatever you say his name, as well. Most of the money going on Siriki Dembele, that's quite decent. Hearts, 2 free transfers, Nili and Tiri, I don't know who they are. Jai Katongo got to Dunfermline. Oh, Dunfermline came up! Oh, Big Dave! There you go. The Dundee United really utilising their loan system for their signings. Celtic, Aberdeen, they didn't do too much. 600 grand, Reece Hutchinson, just a few other players around there. Not too. Decided I just want to put as many goals past Shamrock Rovers as possible. God bless them in that, but my goodness, this is the team we're going to go with. Lamela's still struggling with a bit of fitness, so I'm going to leave him on the bench for this game. McGregor is just coming back from an injury as well, and El Yunusi is injured. So we're going to bring Karamoko Dembele into the starting lineup. Ryan Christie will be playing in behind Edouard, and then Cham's going to come into the middle of the park to play beside Scott Brown. Apart from that, the rest of the team stays at what I believe is its strongest. Maybe Hatem Abdelhamed is stronger than Frimpong. But I'm going to give Frimpong the run out in this game, play the young boys down the right hand side, see how that goes. Ballybongo was our player of the year last year, so as much as I'd like to start Taylor, I'm not going to do so. But this is a team I think can do a lot of damage here, and hopefully we score a lot of goals. That is what matters. We're going to have to assign shirt numbers now, I just realised that. Abirieze wants to be number 10. I was going to give number 10 to Eric Lamela, to be honest, because he's the kind of prestige signing. Abirieze, oh, do you know what? I'll give him his preferred number. Fine, okay. Lamela's going to be number 25. He's going to be like Nakamura. Right, that's us. I want as many goals as possible in this game, Celtic. I want, you know, a 6-0 win at least. There's the team for Shamrock Rovers. Of course, not too familiar with any of the players. Is that Alan Manis? It is. Alan Manis is in goals for them. I never knew that. Former St Johnson player. How many games? He was there for a long time, yeah. 7 years Alan Manis was there. I don't recognise anybody else, to be quite honest with you. Yep, it's pretty foreign to me. I don't really know. But look, we're playing in the pink and grey. You know, it's a respectable number, so I expect a respectable performance. Here we go. Let's go to the tunnel. Let's do this. Frimpong is a lack of fitness, apparently. I did not know that, but he's playing nonetheless. And all I can hope for is, as I said, goals galore. I mean, taking 10 minutes to score the first probably is what I was wanting. I don't think this will be as emphatic as perhaps what we'll get in the home leg. If it goes through too quickly and there's no highlights, we will play both games, I suppose. But right now, it would help if they'd done something. I've got a key highlight, I'm just making sure, because right now, nothing's happening. We seem to be the ones dominating the game, but nothing's happening. Here we go. Shamrock Rovers actually have a chance here. Well, the green and white hoops have taken the lead, and it's no Celtic. Roberto Lopez. Wow. Okay. Right, that's not what I want to see for the start 10. Or Fraser Forster's not. Are you joking? Where was the marking? What was happening? We fell asleep. Right, we need to answer back immediately. I don't want to be embarrassed here. Odsonne Edouard gets up to it. There's the equaliser. The assist by none other than our player of the year last year. Bolingoli. And within a minute or something, we pegged back a goal. Odsonne Edouard leapt like Connor Salmon to get up to that. And fantastic stuff from him. Look at this. Look at this. He just does it with ease. Even with a man on him. He's just like, fuck you. Put it in the back of the net. Simple from Odsonne Edouard. Right, at least we're back in the game after an early scare. We don't want a Lincoln Red Imps moment here. We really don't. Here's back on the attack now. Scott Brown has the ball after a pass from Iberieze. It's went back the way to Rob Holden. Brown and Holden playing it nicely around the back between the two of them. Karamoko Dembele. Christie sees Frimpong. A very good position out wide. Surely a second coming from this. No. Terrible cross from Jeremy Frimpong, in all honesty. Brown gives it over to Jam, and Jam to Dembele. Oh, what a strike from the teenager. Karamoko Dembele gets his first competitive goal of the season. And a player who, now that Forrest is gone, could really step into the limelight. But we have brought on Eric Lamela, but he's taken full advantage here of this chance for outside the box strike. And Karamoko Dembele, after going down 1-0, has put us in a 2-1 lead. Superb stuff. I mean, we have been dominating. We've just not. I want us to be emphatic with scoring goals. Could we go in the counter here? Bolingoli got to the clearance, and now we're going to move forward from it. Karamoko Dembele's went on some wee run here. Can he get a ball in the middle? No, he can't. O'Brien comes in, and now Shamrock Rovers might try a counter attack of their own. And Cham's there, fantastic cleaning up from the big man. Dembele again gives it back to Scott Brown. I mean, that's a decent pass. Iberieze, he's not really done much so far, but it's a decent pass to Cham. Christie, Eze again, and Cham. The passing was silky smooth. Ryan Christie makes it 3-1. The assist from Olivier and Cham, and now we're playing football. After an early scare, it's like poking a bear in the arse, isn't it? Ryan Christie to Eze, Eze to Cham, and Cham back to Christie. A wee triangle there. Beautiful stuff. And Christie just kind of, I mean, the goalkeeper should be doing better because I feel like it goes through him. But nonetheless, 3-1. Ball in the box. Shamrock Rovers away. I thought it was going to be another goal right before half-time there, but the highlight will roll on. And Scott Brown having a panicky moment. What is happening here? Bolingoli's had a mare as well. Burke. Good save from the big man, Fraser Forster, but absolutely atrocious from both Brown and Bolingoli there. Surprising, to say the least. I feel like, oh God, oh Jesus, God, we've conceded 2 to this mob. That is a dirty goal to concede. That is a really scrappy goal. And at the back, we need to sharpen up. Bolingoli's had a howler, I feel like, apart from getting that assist. But what's good save from Forster, and then it kind of just stumbles and fumbles its way off of our players. Wow. We're going to go to half time. Maybe 4-2 up. We do go off. Eze, it was going in. It was surely going in from Edouard's header, and he touches it in. What a greedy bastard. Look at this, Edouard. I can't tell if Edouard's header. It was going in. Edouard's header's going in. Eze thinks, nah, I want my first goal. And toe pokes it in the net, the dirty bastard. Right, Shamrock 2, Celtic 3. This is much closer than it should be. I'm going to be aggressive because I'm far from pleased. I'm going to kind of change things up. I'm going to make some tactical changes. I'm bringing on Greg Taylor because I feel like Bolingoli's not played well at all. I'm going to go and do a clean slate of a tactic. Do my own sort of thing. Again, although it's always my own thing. I'm going to look for the overlap. Yes, we'll play out the defence. Yes, focused in the left. Well, you know what? We've got good players down the middle. I'm not going to press Adam B. Let's go standard with the passing. Tempo higher, no time wasting. Hit the early cross. Let's, I don't know what to say, dribble less or no, I'm not going to say anything. Pass into space, we could. And try, this is just going to be like the same, isn't it? Counter and counter, distribute quickly, or we'll slow the pace down. We'll distribute to, I don't know, the playmaker maybe? I don't know. We'll say take short kicks. We'll leave it at that. Out of possession, let's keep a high line because this is an opposition we should be, we should be doing well enough against. We should be able to press off the ball. Pressing intensity more urgent. Prevent the shot goalkeeper. Thingmadoob-doob. Keep the defensive width at standard as well. That's fine. As for roles, let's just play everybody to their preferred roles. Let's just do it. We'll play him on the support. We'll play him on the attack. We'll play Christie at the attacking midfielder attack role. And chat, I'm going to keep the two the same. That's going to stay the same as well around here. We're not going to play a sweeper keeper though. That's not Foster's role. That is not Foster's role. That is how we're going to start the second half. That is the tactic. And we'll go a little bit more positive as well. Because we just need to score goals now. We're really, a 3-2 against Shamrock Rovers. Not what you're looking for. These are the kind of games we should be winning about 6-0. And I'm not saying that overconfidently or arrogantly. Like, in FM, I know the shindig around these parts, and we should not be only 3-2 up. That seems embarrassing. And we're not doing anything in the second half, despite me changing the tactic to be very sort of, positive, I would say. We'll make some changes. We'll bring on Lamela for his first Celtic game. I'm going to switch back to the tactic I know best. And that's the one that we're using. I need to load it back in now because I've buggered it. Oh, there we go. Right, I'm going to switch back to the tactic I know best. We're bringing on Lamela. Hopefully we can score a couple of goals before the end. And we're bringing on Mikey Johnson. He got a goal in a pre-season friendly. That'll do. Edouard, I would love to see score another goal because he's got an Olympics duty and I'd like him to rack up the numbers before he goes away on that. But the game's not over here. I mean, Shamrock are giving it a good go. They could genuinely make it 3-3 if we don't get the finger out. Eric Lamela, here's his first kick as a Celtic player. Free kick. He's hit the bar, but Christie's there for the rebound. It's assisted by Eric Lamela. Nearly, I gave him 25 to be an Nakamura, and he nearly done it there with that free kick. That was a decent attempt from Eric Lamela. Look at that. Oh, it's the post. It's not even the bar. And Christie's there to clean it up and put it in the back of the net. Fantastic stuff. And that should be the win secured, at least here. But it's not over. We've got to go to Celtic Park, get a good result as well. But another goal would be nice. Lamela, he swings it in. It's a penalty. Lamela has created a goal, and now he's created a penalty. Why is Christie taking it and not Edouard? Why? Okay, Christie's stepping up. Christie scores. That's his second of the game. No, it's a hat-trick, I think. That is a hat-trick for Ryan Christie. What a performance from him. 5-2. This is what I mean. This is it. This is what I wanted the whole game. 5 goals without conceding 2. But fantastic work from Ryan Christie to make it 5-2. Another one before the end, maybe? Is that too much to ask? I think so. Celtic 5, Shamrock Rovers 2. Second half was a little bit boring, but better than the first, I would say. A decent result, though. Right, the last kind of portion of the episode now. We've done it. Amin Giri is going to sign for a fee of £8 million. There's only, I think, about £3 million getting paid up front, so I cannot complain. But that is a very good sign, if you ask me. Another young French striker to kind of come into Celtic Football Club. Absolutely tremendous stuff. Amin Giri, I mean, I know this guy has potential in Football Manager. I've never really got to use him. But I know he can turn out to be a very, 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 very good player. So I'm hoping he does that for Celtic. I'm hoping he does that for me. Ismaila Soro going to head out on loan as well. Abui was meant to leave. He's now not leaving because his contract's up at the end of the season anyway. I'm very happy with that sign. If I have a look at his stats now that we've signed him, we'll get, Van de Beek's back, class. There is that is a good player for a 20-year-old. That's a good player. 15 finishing, 5-star potential potentially. I mean, I've got a very, very good player there, and I'm very happy. So now, gonna go play the game off camera, let you know if we're through to the next round of Champions League qualifiers, and then we'll end up the episode. Well, the Celtic Park debut for Eric Lamela was one to remember. A fantastic hat-trick from him, and Charman McGregor got the other goals. And what was a incredibly emphatic performance. You will notice I played Donny van de Beek up front. Don't ask me why. Edouard was hot. Don't ask me why. I thought to myself, I want him to play and I want him to score. He didn't score. I brought in Griffiths eventually, but he did play well. But a 5-0 win sees us through 10-2 in aggregate. I mean, if you said that in real life, you cannot complain. 10-2 in aggregate, which means in the next round we're playing Sheriff Tiraspol, who are the champions of Moldova, I believe. And that's who we'll be taking on. Eduard is now gone to the Olympic Games, so time to step up Amin Giri. You'll be asking why they not play him in that game. He wasn't registered, remember. He needs to be registered for the next round. He wasn't registered for that round there. So, I'm very happy with that. We also beat St. Pauli 3-0. Lamela getting another 2. He is starting off rather emphatically. 1 game, 3 appearances, 3 goals, 1 assist. Then in a friendly, 2 goals as well. I'm telling you, it might turn out to be a very impressive signing from Mr. Fitzsimons here. But that does it for this episode of the Celtic Football Manager. Remember, 500 likes will be another one out tomorrow. Make sure to like and subscribe. See you all next time.